When my father died, it was both a shocking experience of heartbreak, but also one that was in some ways very, very familiar, because it was something that I had imagined. It was something that I feared tremendously as a child. I don't know how it was for you with your parents, but as a child, once I realized there was such a thing as losing my parents, once I realized the possibility existed, it was something that I thought a lot about and worried a lot about. I actually had the sort of uniquely blessed experience, I think, of being able to spend a few weeks sort of clearing out his home, and I was the only one that was able to do that. And he had a lot of things. I don't know that he was a clinical hoarder, but he was an eccentric and he lived on his own, and he had a lot of things. And I spent almost a month, mostly just on my own, sort of going through his things and kind of communing with him. Funny, my dad had, among his things, he had printed out a passage from Rainer Maria Rilke talking about things that frighten us and things that upset us. And Rilke writes, maybe all of those things that we consider dragons are really princesses in disguise waiting to be discovered and saved, right? That maybe these are things of beauty that we're afraid of. And I think it's counterintuitive to us that something as painful and difficult as grief, as loss, can be beautiful, but it can. I don't think I ever had really fully lived. I don't know that I fully appreciated how much I loved him in a very, very deep, soul-stirring kind of way until I had to reflect on what my life looked like without him. And that was just a powerful experience of reflection and thought and sort of heart-searching. And I was blessed to have that. I would take my dad over that, I would take my dad over that. But it was a deeply, deeply rich experience. And I think it's a thing that we often overlook when we think about grief, and especially in the context of loss, of difficult loss, that it's a frightening thing, hence the Rilke idea that we think of these as monsters and dragons and things that we don't want to look at, and we want to keep it behind the door. But when we open that door, sure, they're frightening, in the worst sense of monster dragon, but there is something beautiful there. Right. Those are the moments that we really look inside, that we really experience what our hearts are capable of. The woo-woo answer is to take the heartbreak and treat it gently. We talk about being gentle with our hearts and being gentle with ourselves, but to look at the heartbreak, to look at the grief, the pain, in whatever way it's taking shape, and baby it, and go, I need to be careful with you. Often with grief, with heartbreak, with pain, we want to push it away. We want to find ways to, either through numbing it, through medicating, through distracting ourselves, we want to find a way to not have it. We want to make it go away. And I really think that we do ourselves a disservice when we do that, that we should sit with it. But I think you need to be mindful of the grief. I think you need to be able to take the time. I think you should try to take the time to go, ow, and really think about that ow, and what is it about this that is the ow, and go, it's okay. I think that if you're mindful enough of it, if you can think about it and respect it, then I think you give yourself a lot more freedom to take the moments to pull back, right? Because if you're looking at the darkness and recognizing the interplay of the darkness with the light, you can better appreciate the light.